Greetings, it is DJ Aiden, and today we are going to talk about something very interesting that probably not much people know about if you're not on Twitter, but it's really interesting, I'll tell you that. Well, you probably already know what the thing is because you saw the thumbnail. But yes, we got some ruin news today, and we're gonna get more ruin news from the looks of it. I will explain that right now. So someone has found the website for basically Security Breach TV, but it's for ruin. But it was locked with a password, but that did not stop people from managing to get in, and we saw this very interesting thing. We didn't know what it was at first, but when we kept on digging in the source, it was called the Cam Station, which was really interesting to us, and we were going to investigate more, but Steel will close the website, and yeah, it's probably for the best, but it's too late now, because we already know. You're too late, Steelwall. So yeah, that's the origins of that weird thing you saw in the thumbnail, so now you know. Cool. Alright, now that I got that out of the way, we can now dive into this strange thing and my thoughts of what it could do and what it is. So let's take a look into its design. It looks like some portable computer, probably a laptop of some sort, but it looks off. It has a casing for it, and it has a small ass screen for some reason. Now, you're probably asking me right now, how is looking at the design going to help us figure out what it is and what it can do? Let me explain. Now, this cam station looks a lot like a cyber deck. I'm going to try to explain this as simple as possible because it was a little bit weird researching it, so I'll do my best to be accurate as possible. But from the looks of it, these cyber decks seem to be like fictional stuff that hackers use, and it is a custom built computer that hackers can run around with. Okay, to really dumb it down if you didn't understand what I was on about, basically, cool laptop that you can hack with, and it has a really cool style. Do you understand? No? Well, shit. Okay, now that I'm done describing of what the cam station could be inspired by, let's delve into this and theorize of what it could be and what it could do. So, I think that Gregory is the owner of the cam station. Now you may be asking, what makes you think of that? Well, the reason why I think of that goes back to the books and the retro CDs. Okay, so in the fifth Tales from the Pizzaplex book and the first story, GGY, it is confirmed that Gregory is patient 46. And in the retro CDs, when the therapist talks to patient 46, they described Gregory as a bit of a phenom, basically a hacker. Now, I also want to add this to a little pile of evidence, though some people may agree or disagree with this, but it seems like Gregory has this weird pattern of being connected with Freddy, not in a literal way, but being somewhat connected to him. Gregory's shirt has a Freddy logo. Gregory's Fazwatch, literally Freddy themed. You see this strange pattern with it? And if we do believe that this station thing belongs to Gregory, it is Freddy themed, just like some of the stuff he owns. More proof, like John would say, in GGY, our main protagonist, Robert Downey Jr., yep, that's right, Robert Downey Jr. is the main protagonist. I will not take any criticism. He walks around the Pizzaplex, and while he does that, Glamrock Freddy stalks him strangely. He just stalks Robert for some reason. And it seems clear in the story that Glamrock Freddy is hacked by Gregory, and Gregory is patient 46, and patient 46 is the hacker. So, you get my drift. Basically, Glamrock Freddy is connected to Gregory in some way. Now that we have all the evidence in one place, we're putting it in a blender, and we're going to see how it tastes on whether it's good or awful. The cam station was owned by Gregory at one point, but then Gregory either lost that privilege on owning it, or he just lost it. Now, of course, some people aren't going to like this theory, you know what? That's fine, as long as they have a good reason to not like it, but I think this works pretty well, and I feel like it's pretty satisfying in my opinion. It could potentially reveal that Gregory is patient 46 without having people to read the books, and it's just a neat little idea that Gregory owns this cool little laptop. Now that we got that out of the way, we can now discuss on how this is going to work for the DLC when it comes to gameplay function. Now, these ideas aren't going to be 100% like accurate to what it's going to be, since we know little to nothing about it, so just stick with me here. Now, I think we can all agree with this, but it's definitely going to be used for like checking the cameras, since it looks to be a replacement of the fast watch and cam station is literally its name. Camera, you get my drift. Now, I think some people may agree or disagree with this, but I think we're going to communicate to Gregory or some other characters throughout this DLC with that item. Unless Gregory's just going to communicate to us and we don't communicate back, which is entirely possible, but I think we're going to have the ability to communicate with some sort since there's literally keyboards in it. Now, to get a little bit more creative, what if we can do like fun little stuff with it? Like imagine you could do some little puzzles, mini games, or even hacking with it. Like imagine we have to guess a password correct while hacking into like some data. Like if you don't get this password right in 3 seconds, you die or whatever. I think that would be fun. You may be asking, how would we be able to do mini games? Like 8-bit mini games? Easy. Just make it like the Game Boy. If the Game Boy can do it, so can Steelwool. Now, I do have a couple more ideas on its mechanics before we end off the video, and this one is, what if we can lure the animatronics? Basically like FNaF 3, where you lure Springtrap with the Balloon Boy last. So what if you're in a very dire situation, Grandma Chica ain't going away, she's just gatekeeping, and you can just use that monitor and lure Chica away, just like in FNaF 3. I think that would come very useful, and it would make the monitor very, very useful, and good for gameplay. Alright, so I have one more idea that a lot of people may call me crazy, but I think it would be very cool. So what if you could hack one of the Glamrock animatronics, and you can use them to do something, or you could even hack them to set them free. I think that would be very cool, and it would be a little neat thing that the Ruin DLC could do. I hope they do that, to be honest. That sounds really fun. Like, imagine have to do like a little like hacking them mini game, and if you get it wrong, you die. Kind of like the repair service in Security Breach. Alrighty, and that's all for the video. I know this video was a bit longer for a video that's talking about some random thing that we don't know about as of recording this, but to be honest, I don't regret a single thing making it somewhat long, because I gave y'all some ideas and it may inspire y'all. And I hope I inspire y'all with my ideas. Okay, I do want to give y'all a reminder before I end the video. This is recorded in March 20th when the leak happened. So from now on, when the website's out, this video is either going to age like wine, or this video is going to age like milk, and I'm just dead wrong. So if I'm wrong, well darn. If I'm right, then woo! So I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all on the flip side.